so what today's video is going to be about, because some of you guys were emailing me today saying that you don't understand the newest ordered pair and the newest coordinates, okay? Just because it says ordered pair does not mean that it's not what we were talking about. It's still coordinates. Oh, excuse me. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to answer these first two and these two. Excuse me. All right, so for this first one, right, it says, tell me what point is located at each ordered pair. Essentially what this is saying for number one is we need to look at the first number, and the first number is going to tell me to go left or right. Okay, so if it's saying plus 8, that means that you have to go right 8, right? Because think of a number line. Okay, think of a number line. When you're looking at a number line, isn't here the positive numbers, here's 0, and here's the negative numbers, right? Okay. So for your first numbers, for all of these numbers, right, the first number in our coordinates, they're all X. They're telling you left and right, always. The next number, the comma, the next one's telling you Y. That's telling you that you need to go up or down. Now think of it again. If I was to go up the graph, right, going up the graph, that means that I'm going a positive direction. If I'm going down the graph, that means I'm going negative. So just remember this when you're doing all of these numbers. So I'm going to do the first two for you, and hopefully you can continue with the rest of the problems. So I'm going to start the first one, right? First one says, and I'm just going to make it bigger, plus 8, comma, negative 3. That's the first one on your worksheet. So remember what I said, the first number is X. It's telling me to go right 8. It's telling me to go this direction 8 times. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to make it big. So that means we're going to start at 0, 0. We always start at this little spot right here. Okay? Always start there. And we're going to go right 8 times. Okay? So think. Each line, you're going a number spot, right? 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I stop at the 8. Okay? So we just did this one. Check. Now we have to look at the next one. Negative 3, that's my Y value. That's telling me to go down 3. Why is it down 3? Because it's a negative symbol. And remember, down means negative. See all these numbers that are down? They're all negative. So again, we're going to go right back here, right, to my positive 8, and we're going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3. And we have to figure out what letter we just landed on. We just landed on the letter F. So my answer is F. All of these answers are going to be letters saying what point is located. Letter F. I'm going to erase this so we don't mess up. And we're going to do number 2 now. So for number 2, I'm going to make it bigger. Number 2 reads negative 9, comma, positive 5. So again, for this problem, your first number always tells you left and right, always tells you to go sideways. So if it's saying negative 9, that means that we need to go left 9. Why? Because think of a number line. A number line reads negative numbers over here, positive numbers over here. So again, I'm going to make it red this time. Remember, we always start at our middle. We always start at that little 0, 0. And we're going to go negative 9 to the left. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we stop on the 9. And then positive 5. Well, positive 5, right, the second number tells me to go up or down. So think positive numbers go up. So we are going to jump 5 spaces up from the 9. Whoops. Okay, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what letter did we just hit? We hit letter I. So my answer for number 2 is the letter I. That's all you have to do for these problems. So just follow this rule right here. Follow this rule, okay? X tells me left or right. So if you have a positive number, you're going to go right. And if you have a negative number, you're going to go left. You're going to go that way. And for your second numbers, right? If you have a positive second number, you're going to go up. And if I have a negative second number, I'm going to go down. So just follow those rules. First numbers, comma, second number, also known as your X or your Y. Okay, so just try to follow these rules for all of these problems. Okay, now let's see. Looking at 9 and 10, 9 and 10 is now saying write the ordered pair. Remember, ordered pair can be crossed out, and you could just say write the coordinate. Big word. Okay, or you can write point. Write the points for each given point. Okay, so what we're going to do, didn't mean to erase that, is we're going to look at the letter Y. We're going to find the Y on our graph. So the Y on our graph is right here. And we need to figure out the coordinate. So again, coordinates are written X, comma, Y. These are coordinates. Each of these questions are coordinates. So now they're saying, all right, write a coordinate. How do we write a coordinate? We start from our middle. Always start from our middle. And we need to figure out, how do we get to Y? You always have to move left to right first. You always have to move this way first. So we're going to go, how many spaces do we have to go? Well, first of all, would I go this direction? No, I would not go in this direction because Y is all the way over here. So we know that we have to go right. And when we go this way, that means we're hitting a positive number. So we know that our first number has to be positive. So let's try it. Let's go over. See how many spaces we have to go over before we're close to Y. So we went over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. Notice the Y is very close to us, right? If we would have went too much further, we would have been getting further away from the Y. So we're at 5. So we're at positive 5. Oops. Positive 5. So that's our first number, comma, Y. Now we have to figure out how many times did we have to go up or down to get to Y. So you ready? We're going to count. 1, 2. We had to go 2 down. Now I agree we're going to write a 2 here. But if we have to go, if we had to go 2 down, down tells me it has to be negative. So we went down negative 2. So we went positive 5 on the graph, right? 5 to the positive and negative 2 down. So our answer for this one is just positive 5, comma, negative 2. Let's do 10. We need to find A. So where is A? We first have to look for A on our graph. A. It's right here. So now we need to figure out how many times do we have to move left to right, or X, and how many times do we have to go up or down, Y. So A, we always start at 0. We always start at this little coordinate. And we have to figure out how many times do we have to go over. Well, again, would you go in this direction? No. So we know that it has to be positive. How many times do we have to go over to get close to A? We have to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. So we had to go over positive 8 to get close to my A. Comma. Now we have to get to Y. Now would I go up to the positive Y? No, because A is not up here. A is down here. So we have to go down 1, 2 spots. So we have to go down minus 2. So my answer for 10 is plus 8, comma, negative 2. So that's all you're going to do. So for your first 8, you're writing letters. And for your last 8, you are writing coordinates. You're writing a number, comma, another number. Okay, try your best on this. We are going to continue to practice on this next week.